Hello everyone, I'm Andrew Reiner, and this is Game Informer's Test Chamber. Today we're taking a look at The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which just came out today, and it's the game adaptation of the movie that's hitting this weekend, I believe. I got Tim Turi sitting in with me.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How familiar are you with Spider-Man and the Beanox game series?
I feel like I'm familiar with Spider-Man, but I am not super familiar with Beanox's games or with The Amazing Spider-Man.
That's not Andrew Garfield.
Is it supposed to be him?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, kid! A little help? Not my problem.
Is that the guy from Lost? What's his name? That wins the lottery? Anyway.
Really?
I don't know.
Hurley?
Hurley?
You think he looks like Hurley?
A little bit? I don't know. As much as that looks like Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Oh, man. Who does he look like? He reminds me of the brother from Infamous Second Son.
He looks like a bum. Look how dirty his jacket is.
Look at his strut, though. Spider strut.
Get that clean. It's like he's rolling around in the grass and dirt. Yeah, all I can do right now is walk.
You know, this doesn't look too bad, though. I mean, we're playing this on the Xbox One.
So you saw right there, I didn't stop someone there. So I think we're reenacting a very big moment in Spider-Man's life.
Oh, really? Uncle Ben?
Where he gets hit by a taxi. No.
So is this how the previous Beanox Spider-Man game went out, like, started out?
With him just walking down the street? No.
Yeah, did they go like
No.
this kind of cinematic route?
Yeah, I mean, they've always been... Uh-oh. Gunshot. Let's go figure out what's going on.
Okay.
I bet this is going to be a very sad moment, Tim. Get the Kleenex.
Oh, nope, not if you can't get through these NPCs.
Uncle Ben!
Yep. The death of Uncle Ben. Oh!
Uncle Ben! No!
Is that Gary Oldman?
Call an ambulance!
Oh. Sorry, Leon.
Help! Uncle Ben! Uncle Ben, hang
At least he's bleeding into the grate. That's nice.
Oh, that
for
is
the city cleaners.
really thoughtful. Maybe he slipped on the grate and the gunshot was entirely unrelated. Uncle Ben, your hip. Oh, no.
Uncle Ben was my rock in a world where I couldn't count on anything.
You know, he was your uncle.
A world where my parents disappeared.
Butterfly collector.
Yes, I noticed that immediately.
Where a genetically modified spider bite turned me into something
Probably shouldn't advertise in a framed
new.
picture in the background of his house.
Yeah, his logo that he wears on his costume.
For his memory. For Aunt May. To make up for not
That is a really
stopping his killer
sparse
when I should have.
graveyard. Good for them.
You think you'd really put husband and uncle on his grave? Probably not.
Probably not.
And I've done some good. Put away a lot of bad
These are
things.
really poorly done.
I haven't found the man.
I mean, that one's okay.
Uncle Ben.
But
Oh yeah, the star tattoo.
what's the relevance of that?
More
That's who
empty
killed
space
his Uncle Ben,
in life full of
apparently.
Oh. Okay, so that's the cinematics for the most part, I'm assuming? Or
Yep. And then we're just going to go, we're going to be Spider-Man, I think.
what'd you think of the, did you play the last Beanox game?
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No? What was,
Ben Reeves reviewed it for us. He gave it a 6.75.
do you agree with that, roughly?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, I play through all these games, and there's points where I'm not having any fun.
But you're a
then they
comic
have big-
book, you're a super fan.
Exactly, yeah. And there's points where they kind of knock it out of the park. Their web swinging, I thought, has been pretty solid. It will
Okay.
be interesting to see what they do with this one, because there's no longer like an invisible ceiling that you're attaching your webbing to. Everything is going to be on connecting to a building.
Oh, really? Okay. What were the big shortcomings of the last game?
Just the story and the setup and what you were doing, it was kind of a disaster.
Is it just boring? Or
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like it. And I think they've kind of been on a down streak for the last couple. There was that, what was it? Edge of, well, I can't remember. It was the time-based one where he played as 2099.
I know what you're talking about. They go for kind of a Arkham Knight, or a Arkham Asylum style Batman combat, right?
Whoa, that looks cool. Yeah, they do.
They're kind of going for that, which is a good
you
thing
attack
to steal.
we're playing the Xbox One version, which I have a story to tell about that. So X is attack, and then Y will be your counter, just like in the Batman.
Okay.
The Batman games.
Okay, so this looks pretty good so far. I mean,
Lots of tall buildings for me to latch onto.
can you gain height?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
just-
if I hold it longer.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So there, I couldn't attach. I was hitting the button a couple times.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how you get
Fits
height
the
then.
description of the guy who shot Uncle Ben.
The animation's really
Check it
good.
out.
All right, we're going over there. Nice waypoint system.
Seems pretty smart with the way it's figuring out how to latch on. It's cool because it kind of encourages you to be in free fall a little bit more and plan out.
Yeah, the thing you're not seeing, like I was trying to do the left hand there for a bit.
Oh, and he wasn't. There was nothing
nothing there, so I had to reattach with right.
Which that's a tricky thing with game design is like, do you that balance between just making it fun and gamey and making it grounded and like, oh hey, I don't think that anyone's complaining about breaking immersion because he's latching on to imaginary stuff.
I love cameras in games.
Let's get a good look at
You
this.
must love the beginning to Dead Rising.
Say cheese.
Great composition.
Where does he keep that camera?
Who I'm after.
That's a good point. His eyes are glowing. That's the danger. Ah!
That's danger? Oh,
It's falling.
he's fast.
Glad I trusted my instincts.
Who's that?
Black cat.
Oh, okay.
She's like in most of these games, it seems like. All right, dodge. There we go.
Yep, there it
Y
is.
button.
He's even got the spider tingle thing when someone's coming in. Very.
Which makes more sense than Batman, actually.
That's true.
I'll point that out.
There's a bit more of the lore's built in there. And you got to make the comparison. At least I personally make the comparison where it's like the animation, the fluidity of Batman's combat in those games, just how it flows is just so natural and smooth. This is a little bit
He's a little
choppy.
Yeah, he's kind of all over the place.
Which he's a fast character, I get it. But if you're going to kind of be inspired by that kind of combat, it's hard not to notice those differences.
Shooting little webs at him. You see that?
It did look like it a little bit, didn't it?
That was flawless on my part.
Nice work.
You're gonna pay for what you've done,
Is that Snow from Final Fantasy 13? It's a lot like him.
Stick around a while.
Ooh.
And never mind. I tell you, you have other
Achievement. I'm on a roll because I'm the best. Signature takedown.
That's just the web and flow of combat.
Woo! You should become a writer for Spider-Man.
He's got one-liners to sling.
Quiet. Let me see your hands.
See?
Huh. It's your lucky night. You're not the guy I'm after. Unless you had a tattoo removed.
No, man, no. I'm afraid of needles and heights. So how about let me down, huh?
That's not very high up, bud.
Relax, you're fine.
He's what, 3 feet up?
Yeah, maybe they had
5
that,
feet, maybe.
Maybe they
No.
had that dialogue planned for something else.
What? Maybe I can help you find who you're looking for. Just put me
The lighting on his
ground.
costume's nice.
Trails all have the same fashion magazines because there sure are a lot of
Yeah, it's
criminals
not
who look
immediately, it's not
like-
unimpressive
Trying to find
looking.
this one.
No, the textures on the city are
Yeah, seen
like
guy.
that right there.
Six guns to my boss
Definitely
having shots.
Not worth
contrast his costume.
Yeah,
The
not-
definition of his costume.
not worth having a close up on. That's for
Doing
sure.
a deal right now. I don't know if it's with him, but he's buying enough firepower to take on an army, man.
Army? Which army?
The Russians, man. They arm up, we arm up. Scary times,
Russians?
man. You gotta be ready for anything. You know what I'm talking about?
Spider-Man's
Tell me
fighting
where to find
Russians?
shelters.
Is
I
this
guess
a
so.
Call of Duty game?
I think so.
Upgrade your accommodations to
What would you call that game?
Uh,
what do you say?
oh, like a Call of Duty Spider-Man game?
Yeah, I'll let you think about that. I'm gonna tell a story about the Xbox One. So there was stories over the last couple weeks that this game was not coming to Xbox One, and everybody was really confused by that. And
Okay.
Game Informer's news editor Mike Futter reached out to Activision and got a statement, and they said that they want to work with Microsoft on bringing it to Xbox One, but for now it's going to be on these other systems, PlayStation 3, 4, and Wii U, all that stuff. So everybody was really confused by that. I wake up this morning and at 7 a.m. and the first tweet I see, the first thing I do is I check Twitter in the morning because I'm addicted and I love it. And someone says Activision accidentally released Spider-Man on Xbox One on Digital Marketplace.
Okay.
And it linked to NeoGAF, and there was this big thread like, here's how you download it. And it was like taking me like a UK site, and
All
you could
right.
play it on US ones or something. So I go ahead and I'm like, okay, I'm going to download it. We're going to get it, and we're going to have like a rare look at the Xbox One version. And then, as the game's downloading, I go to the store to see if Child of Light is also out,
Okay.
which I think that hits tomorrow. And as I'm as I'm in the marketplace, there's a huge banner for Amazing Spider-Man 2 game.
Oh, weird.
So it wasn't a mistake at all, and I just foolishly downloaded it. But
Hey.
here's the benefit: we get to play it now.
For sure.
And Ben Reeves, he's our big Spider-Man guy. He's actually reviewing the game on his own. So I didn't want to bring him in this and have him see this when he hasn't played it himself.
You just have to replay it again anyway,
Exactly.
probably.
Oh, that was cool.
Oh, that's interesting. So it was just poorly communicated what it was coming out for.
Yeah, but it's only... See, that's the weird thing. The Xbox One is the only one that doesn't have a retail SKU.
So can you zap up to those pillars, those construction pillars then, like any time to evade sort of like Batman on his gargoyles?
Like that?
Yeah, is that an important part of combat?
Yeah, I could... Well, probably not combat, but city navigation.
Okay.
It depends. If you take on, like, vulture guys, that will help.
Okay.
I don't know if they're in this game. This is pretty easy so far. Like, the timing window is a lot longer than, especially Batman Origins.
Pretty generous. Yeah,
Oh,
Batman
yeah.
Origins was a tough game. They really did ratchet up, like, the difficulty of those encounters, I felt.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's go for the hat trick.
The hat trick?
Speaking of,
Turkey.
snippy lines, I don't have one for Call of Duty meets Spider-Man. Did you have one in mind?
No, I was just seeing if you could...
I mean, there's something like Black Widow Ops or something like that, but I'm not huge on that. That's about the closest I could get. It's not the best.
Call of Duty Spider Ops. It's got a nice ring to it.
It does. It's punchy. That's for sure.
I'm curious when we're going to get into the upgrade tree and stuff like that.
Oh, was that something that they explored with the last game? That
You could do... Well, I don't know if it was in the last one, but that's something they've done in the series where you can get new combos and powers.
This game, as far as like being a superhero game that's trying to make you feel empowered and let you explore a city, following up after infamous Second Son, it's going to be tricky to, convince people with PS4s anyway to buy this instead of that. That's what I'd be really curious about to see that sort of comparison, because I'm having a great time with Second Son. That series has always done a great job of making me feel like a superhero.
Oh, yeah.
More than any superhero game, really, besides maybe the Batman games.
And I really like the web swinging in these games, but evasive roll.
Oh no, I'm so scared.
All right.
Were his lines just overlapping with
I think
himself?
so, yeah.
He's that snippy. Kiss him. Oh. Did he do anything? Oh.
Yeah, look, that was kind of a weird exchange there.
Not Herman Schultz.
I think he has LED eyes.
Begging you, man. Look, don't kill me like the others. We can make a deal.
Others?
Yeah, I've got money, guns. Just tell me
Oh,
what
he thinks
you need.
that Spider-Man kills?
I hear you do business with this guy.
Kurt Cobain?
Sure.
Isn't this the same guy that he
I think
stuck
so.
to the wall just with sunglasses?
And a bandana.
Is Peter Parker that easily fooled? Oh,
Okay.
hey.
Choice.
Big choice.
I think there is some choice in this
What does
game,
it mean?
actually.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a gang thing.
There aren't any gangs using that symbol.
Only a few people have it. Means he's a specialist.
Oh, the star?
Guy who can get you anything you want.
That
for the
texture is
right
not the
price.
best.
And he'll kill anyone who gets in his way, huh?
Yeah. I already knew that.
Gang war.
Why
Russians.
can't you and the Russians play nice?
Huh? Are you kidding?
He's
After what
animated.
They've been doing to our people. Then my guys feel like they have to escalate. It's bad for business. But what are you gonna do, huh?
What
Did you
he
see
do?
the first movie?
And you're gonna tell me how?
No, I didn't.
I'm not sure you can. You ask me, it's gonna
Is it
get
worth
a lot
it?
worse before it gets
Is this
better,
series?
huh?
Is this reboot any good?
Wait until you hear what people say of the second one. I'll say
Okay.
that much.
All right.
The first one isn't a bad
The man
movie,
in the
but
picture.
I used to keep up with all comic book movies. There are so many now. And I know that Captain America is supposed to be great. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. But I'm like, oh yeah, I liked Thor, and the second one came out. Like, I just can't keep up. They're really going for it.
and they're just getting started.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just going to get more and more TV shows, things to link between the movies and stuff.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. But then, of course, Spider-Man's that weird anomaly because that's still Sony Pictures, right? This isn't under
Correct.
the rest of Marvel's sort of focused
Right.
initiatives.
All right, here we go. Finished.
You want the guy in the picture, huh? Look for a gun dealer in Alphabet City. Okay, he goes by Carrot.
Alphabet City?
I think I got his latest number.
Not to be
here in my
confused with the
phone.
soup.
Wait, don't.
Yeah, yum. Whoa.
Stupid. I was so desperate for answers, I let him play me like an amateur.
What? What happened?
He's overselling his anger.
What? No, I mean, was that a flash?
have
was
no
it a
idea.
flashbang? He was magically able to get out of.
Someone
his
got him
web?
out of there, maybe. I don't know.
He almost doesn't seem. He seems like he knows more than we do.
Yeah, this is weird. This is a very strange beginning.
Yeah, no.
The
kidding.
beginning, with Ben dying was almost kind of comedic. It wasn't really touching.
They haven't really settled into like the tone yet, or really what's going on. He's trying to get Ben's killer.
Yes,
Yeah.
we know that much. But then there's Russians, and that guy just bamfed out of there.
He did. He bamped hard. Maybe it was Nightcrawler that helped him.
I'm glad you got that.
Nightcrawler is awesome. The beginning of was that X-Men 2?
2, yep.
Yeah, with that great Nightcrawler beginning.
Like Captain
Yeah, the
Stacy
White
used to
House.
say,
Yeah.
use the little
Okay,
fish
I leveled
to
up.
catch the big ones.
Okay.
Plus 12. All right.
Effectiveness level. That's very catchy.
Okay.
Beat up dudes.
So let's
So
open his phone menu. This is what Spider-Man sees on his phone, apparently.
is there like a phone tie-in or anything like Alan Wake style or no?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
Maybe that's where his camera is.
Sure. Oh,
But
hey,
where is he putting his phone then?
That's a good question. Maybe he's got like a
Let's-
fanny pack.
Let's acquire that. That looks fun. Can I not? No.
You just barely can't afford it. Maybe you can go beat up some thugs.
Well, I'll just get this. We'll see what happens.
What was that one?
Check mark. Range. So using my spider sense range.
Okay, cool. So now you're just free to explore, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, open world. You already taught me this. I hate that when games just keep reminding you of everything you need to do.
Yeah, you gotta hope that it's gonna shut itself off.
I doubt it does. I bet that maybe not every time, but it seems like there's a lot of games that do that. Just keep reminding you of the basics.
So what happens
already
if
learned
you?
that.
What happens if you want to go down the street and there's only buildings on one side of you?
Okay, let's
Are you
test
able-
that. I'm near the waterfront here.
Yeah, because if they want to keep it true,
Okay, so I should only be able to do left here, right?
yeah, and so you should just keep swinging around.
I'm jamming RT, 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 RT.
What? So wait, what did?
I'm holding it. Oh,
Okay, so was that?
what
a
did
big-
he attach to? That
I don't.
tree?
I don't know. So that is a big thing that they were pushing for with this game.
Yeah, I believe so.
They're really getting pretty generous.
No, that's got to be in the sky.
That's just nothing. Yeah.
Wait,
Is it the airplane above you? Is this like Just
what is
Cause?
that?
Can he hang there indefinitely?
Woo-hoo-hoo. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I mean, if this was real, he'd kind of swing into those buildings.
Yeah.
Even in New York, sometimes there's nothing to swing from.
Oof. So can you ever hit the ground as long as you're hitting?
No, I
It's-
don't think so. I think it's automatically putting me like 5 feet above the
I
ground.
was about to say, you remember
Yep.
you remember the swinging mechanics in Bionic Commando? Like those were the best part about that game. The places you weren't doing it in 3D weren't the places you were actually doing it weren't great, but you felt awful like when you screwed it up. You're like, oh, I hit the ground. You feel like the ground is lava. You want to keep it going. It's really fun. But that makes you try harder and it makes you get skilled at it. And if this never lets you do that and you don't feel like you're ever at risk of blowing it, then
Yeah, here's what they're doing. So, there's a collectible up there. So if there's a building in sight, I can latch onto it immediately. If there isn't, I can't latch onto anything until I hit about 5 feet above
Okay.
the ground, and then they automatically latch me on.
you just hold it down.
No, I just jam on
Jamming
it.
on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is it fun? Is it fun to do that, even though it's
It
kind of
is.
gamey and weird?
Yep. Yeah, it is fun. There was that collectible over here.
If I can find a cell phone tower and hack it, I can listen in on local chatter. That's my
Chatter?
best chance of nailing this Carradine guy.
I lost sight. Oh, there.
Was the
Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd been bitten by a hedgehog.
really?
Tim, that's for you.
Oh, maybe that's
Sonic
is
fan.
that a Sonic reference? You think?
Yeah.
Probably nothing, Spider-Man. probably just be Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Maybe your uncle wouldn't be dead.
Probably weird bowel movements and stuff like that.
Yeah. So was the previous game as open as this?
Okay, get up there. All right, so I'm using that power right there.
Ooh, I've been looking for this.
Okay, so collectible comics, that's very old school Spider-Man games.
Mm-hmm. Like the original ones for sure for
Neversoft, yep.
PlayStation. I loved those games. Did you? So the previous game, was that open world like this? To the same extent?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And it's always New York. That's kind of the bummer about Spider-Man is,
This is where he lives.
yeah, this is always where he does his thing. And I think the one, the time-traveling one was Spider-Man 2099. You never went into the city. That was just in Oscorp Tower, I believe.
Oh, really? Interesting.
I like that, how he pulls himself up.
Yeah, and runs up. That is cool.
So what is this?
I know that Spider-Man 2 was a huge game for people. That I never played it, but I know that people really loved it. It was one of the good,
Hello.
traversal-focused, open-world superhero games of the time, right, on PlayStation 2.
Whatever she's working
And they've
on,
been trying to chase
bet it
that,
can
I
help
feel
me
like,
out.
for forever.
I think I got a side mission here.
Hello.
Hi. You're nicely modeled. So is your car.
Great job. Ooh. Maybe you can just log in
She's writing a letter to someone?
and signing it on her computer. Weird. Well,
What's up? See ya.
you think that'd be of note to her. You think she'd react
Cake, but that would be silly.
and say, hey, Spider-Man,
Yeah. Whoa, it's Spider-Man.
how are you? Are you good or bad? Can you proofread this for me?
Nothing to web. Either I find the cell phone tower and hack it, or I have to stalk every person in this neighborhood. Yeah, I think I'll go with
He's so snippy.
So this is handy for exploration. So
Oh.
if you hold it down, you kind of launch yourself a little further.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. That you can kind of pinpoint, like a bullet time style traversal thing.
So right there, you really saw me trying to jam on the button to get a webbing going, or web going.
So of course, Electro is going to be the big bad of this game, right?
Well, there's a bunch of them.
Is it?
There's
He's the one-
Rhino, Electro, Green Goblin.
Maybe it's just I guess I have seen Green Goblin. I feel like Electro has been pushed pretty hard too, but it also seems like Harry Osborn's always in these any iteration of it. He's a big deal.
Did you hear about the post-credits sequence for the movie?
For the
second
newest,
one?
the second one. No, what's going on?
They
This is a spoiler.
it is, but it's a weird one.
these guys are serious about
And
security.
it's not really
Gotta disable their encryption
ruining anything
systems.
for you. They
Okay.
have it's just like a preview for
Maybe
the
I get
upcoming
close,
X-Men
sense it.
Days of Future Past movie.
Oh, that's strange.
All right. So
So what are you seeing there?
3 antennae. Antenna?
Oh, you just hit RB and you can flash over there. Zip.
Shoom.
Nice work.
And
Have we played the first Neversoft Spider-Man game on replay or anything?
yes, we just did it this weekend.
Oh, you guys did? Okay.
Yeah. Good timing, Tim.
Yeah, no kidding. I did not know that. I loved that game, especially the Carnage Dr. Octopus final fight, where Carnage like blends with Doc Ock. Like so awesome.
Yeah, and the what if mode. If you haven't watched it, we actually go into what if mode in our replay. It's pretty
cool.
good.
Oh, just to clarify, I can't remember if it was Spider-Man 1 or 2 where Carnage merged with Doc Ock. Just so
I'm not sure.
no one jumps down my throat on that one. I don't remember, but I remember those games being a good time. Those actually got me interested in the comics. I wanted to read more of them, but I was really like, I need to start with Spider-Man 1.
The issue 1.
Yeah. But now I guess with you can do that with iPad and stuff. I don't know. Is it Marvel's
Yeah, Marvel's
proprietary app?
Yeah,
Okay.
they have that big membership or the big subscription you can do.
Which that sounds cool. Do you think that'd be worth it for Spider-Man to go from the beginning and just be like, I'm
No.
going to do it all?
Absolutely not.
No, this is-
I would never go down that hole.
It's like any comic where there's certain arcs you should read and
Yeah.
eras.
Yeah, and I always like to try to keep people current. Ultimate Spider-Man, I think you could start with that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just taking a look here. What?
That's funny.
Okay, so it's telling us about heroic events. Okay. But yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man's a pretty good origin story.
Okay.
And Brian Michael Bendis, one of my favorite writers, he wrote that for... Man, I don't know. I'm going to go do one of these side things real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
125 issues, I think.
Okay.
With the same artist, and it was a fantastic run.
Cool.
And then they went a little bonkers lately. They have like a different character that's Spider-Man now. But they're continuing that. The cool thing about the Ultimate Universe.
Oh, you mean
is,
not Peter Parker?
Yeah, if
Okay.
someone dies or retires or whatever, they don't come back. That's their whole thing with that universe. So like Wolverine's dead in that universe.
Oh, that's cool. There's some permanence.
Yep.
I see him.
What?
What was he doing? Was he like
My arch enemy.
just looking in the car?
I think so. Yeah, it didn't look like there's. I don't think these guys are robbing or anything. I think they were just admiring.
That guy has a bandolier of shotgun shells, but is wielding a butterfly knife, which is confusing.
I even impress myself.
You're gonna want to use a weapon that uses ammo, not a knife.
What?
owners praised Spider-Man for improvement not just in crime rates, but also in the local economy.
Is that it?
That's it.
What's he doing? Is he giving stock advices? Is he helping small businesses open up? And
buy Apple, buy Apple.
he's delivering more pizza and helping small businesses?
I guess.
That's clever. That's a clever way to communicate how you're doing in the game, but at the same time, that was really clumsy.
Man in grizzly bear suit robs bank. I hope we run into him. Well, that's going to end our episode of Test Chamber. That's a brief look at the beginning of the game. Keep your eyes posted for Ben Reeves' review.
Do you want to keep playing, Reiner?
I kind of do, yeah.
do? Okay.
Like I said, I play these regardless. My take so far, just in these opening minutes, it's off to a little bit of a rough start. Narratively, the web swinging is fun. Side activities, if that's kind of a taste of what's coming, we'll see. And there really hasn't been a big mission yet. I'm just kind of cruising around.
Right.
So we'll see. Like I said, stay tuned for Ben's review. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching. And thank you, Tim, for joining us.
Oh, yeah.
See you next time.
Whoever he is, I can't let him put more guns on the street.